Okay guys, here we go. Now that my job for the most part is complete, very specific instructions, kind of like Chinati, this is what I want you to do. Very specific instructions. I did as instructed. I also verbalized and I told Corey and Zach, and I documented on video, this is what the Lord's telling me to do, before I did a lot of the things he requested. Therefore, you can see that there's no way someone could orchestrate it. Impossible. It's all prophetic. It's the completion of the cycle, the restoration of Eden. I've gone to prepare a place for you, and if I go to prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, you may be also. Okay, and listen, God's Spirit is about to be removed from this place, and all hell's about to break loose. The completion of a cycle, of the serpent cycle, is the Ouroboros eating its own tail with a right side up and an upside down star in the middle of the Ouroboros. That's the system that the serpent consumes. The serpent consumes right side up and upside down, and the serpent wrapped around it represents the flesh. The flesh consumes right side up, upside down energy within the serpent system. And we have a perfect model of it. He's let me create a perfect model of it. Everything's biblical, 100% biblical, all over the target. So now, I did what he said. Everything's been documented. The representation of all these things and the miracles that went with them. And I'm going to look at you honestly. I could not tell you all the miracles because there's too many. Thank God they're documented, because I wouldn't be able to give you this testimony accurately without having documented it. It's too much for a human brain. Okay. Now, I'm doing like a little wrap up, just a little kind of bookend right now after, I don't know, 5 or 6 days of doing this. And I'm going to kind of go mentally back to the folders so I have a reference point to help deliver it to you guys. Okay, so just very briefly, a young lady named Eden stopped into town, and she was having some serious demonic attacks. And I told her parents, bring her to San Antonio. The Lord told me to say, bring her. And she came here, and the Lord had me pray with her in the alley where I got saved. I was converted in the alley behind the St. Anthony. So I took Eden down there. This is what the Lord told me to do. And I went down there and I did it. We prayed in the alley. We prayed an Our Father together. And man, as soon as she finished, I could see her countenance change. It was different. I could see a change right then and there. It was crazy. So anyway, we prayed the Our Father, and oddly enough, when I looked out towards the end of the alley, I realized, oh my God, that's right. There's a giant stained glass window right when you walk out the end of the alley that's got the Garden of Eden in it. And there I am in the alley. There I am in the alley with Eden, praying for restoration. Do you know how crazy that is? Also, so she and I pray, and I see a change immediately in her countenance after she finishes the prayer. I look down, there's the Garden of Eden, and I'm just going, this is insane. And it's Christ ascending into heaven and Adam in the Garden of Eden. Now, this whole project behind me represents a garden, obviously, and the Lord told me, this is what I want you to do. So he gave me very specific instructions on what to do here. But what I want to point out is all this started with Eden coming to town. All of it. This whole miraculous set of weeks kicked off with Eden coming to town and praying in the alley with me where there's a big stained glass window of Eden, the Garden of Eden. Now, while she was in town, I told her, why don't you and your mom go, hit the mall. It's, after we had gotten together the first day and just kind of broken the ice. So they went to one of the malls, and Eden bought a pair of jeans because I saw her the next day and she was wearing the jeans she bought. And they have a half a star on each leg down at the bottom. They're like bell bottoms. And on each leg is half of a star. But when she put her legs together, the star becomes complete. Do you know how crazy that is? Because in Genesis, when it says, I will make a meat for him, an aid for him, a meat, it means a part opposite upside down, like Adam and Eve. I will make a meat for him, to meet, like in spirit, M-E-E-T, and it says a part opposite. So for a girl named Eden to be standing in the alley where I got converted, and there's a stained glass window of the Garden of Eden, and for her to go buy a pair of jeans, not knowing all my ministry stuff, she doesn't know all of the stuff that you guys have seen. But can you imagine even finding a pair of jeans that has half a star on the left leg, half a star on the right leg, both right side up? In this world, it's right side up, upside down. I believe that in a heartbeat. But when she put her legs together, it makes a right side up, 5-pointed star, like I've been telling you. We're the stars. Now, here's the thing that I want to just tie into everything right now. Finishing this up, I want y'all to look right here. There is a 5-pointed black star going this way from that direction, like from one het symbol, that from that direction over there. Now there's a white one on top. That's a 5-pointed star, and it's pointing that way, coming from this direction, which would be the right hand of the Father. Do you understand? So from the left hand, there's a black star coming towards the center. From the right hand, there's a white star going towards the center. And they're intersecting right there in front of the het symbol where this royal purple flower bloomed, matching exactly a geode rock that I bought that I could not see. I mean, I could not see what was in that rock. The Lord told me, I want you to buy 2 hollow rocks, bring them home, open them up, split one in half, put half of one over there, half of the other one over there, the other half over there, and then split another one open and put it in the dead center, put it together. Do you know how crazy that is? And it's royal purple. The geode is the same color as the flower that popped out of this bush, which I was told to transplant, that I got at the nursery, and it was bent over, holding its own base, and it couldn't stand up. I had to cut the tendrils and lift the plant so it was from down to up. So that plant had to be lifted from down to up and cut free. And then it went in this thing and it bloomed. That is so far past bananas. Anyway, so this is just a little wrap up for my brain, because I'm going to do a video right now to show y'all that the conclave is about to meet tomorrow. They said they already know who the Pope they believe is going to be. It should be a very short conclave. And I'm going to go do a video on that right now to show you even the language they're using. They said they're talking about how they vote. And they said they'll take a needle and pierce 2 pieces of paper and tie it up and burn it. Pierce 2 pieces, tie them together and burn them. Pierce 2 pieces, tie them together and burn them. Guys, this has been the wildest, craziest journey. Don't forget the journey, and when all you're thinking about is the destination, because the journey from over here has been insane. Awesome, wonderful, horrible, fantastic, awful. It's been blessed be the name of the Lord, for the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Thank you for letting me understand you. And this has been put together now. Okay, I've done what he said. He showed me the miracles. I have zero doubt that anything I put here was not orchestrated by him, because it's all documented and it's all miraculous. Okay, now I'm going to go out there and do y'all's vid, let you know what's coming, and we're just diligently working over here. I also want to thank everybody. God bless you guys. Thank you for stepping up, man. This is hard to do when you got to go buy some plants and stuff like this. Guys, I could care less about, like, oh yeah, I think I need to go buy some plants for the house. Not at all. Zero. It's not where I want to be. But if the Lord tells me to, then that's another thing. And and it doesn't benefit me to go buy plants. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want people, oh, you're out buying plants. It's like, dude, try doing this. Anyway, because I see some of these weird comments from people. I'm like, you're not one of us then. I see some of these comments, and I'm like, well, if that's your comment, then how could you be one of us? This was all given as a way to understand why the end is here and that the end is imminent. Literally, the message he's given me through this, and it's in all the documented stuff, is at any moment, ready or not. At any moment, ready or not, there's a wedding coming, and it sure looks like it around here. And it happened within 4 days, I think, 4 to 5 days. All right, guys, I'm sweating like a dog. I'm going to have Zach work on this, and then I'll put this up, and I'm going to show you what's going on with the Pope. Okay, one thing I need to document that I didn't wrap up in this whole insane, mind-bending reality is I had a friend of mine call me 2 days ago, and he said, "Hey, did you get your letter?" And I'm like, "No, did you send me a letter?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did." And he said, "Yeah, it should have been there by Thursday." And I was like, "Oh, wow, no, it hasn't shown up." And he told me it was UPS. And I said, "Well, sometimes they'll deliver it to a store and they'll send me a text, come pick up your package or your letter." So anyway, the point is, I said, "Well, I'll go figure it out." And it was important, but the problem is my wallet got stolen, and I do not have a photo ID, and I can't give them one, without giving all my personal information away. But I have to wait a little while until there's an appointment where I can actually go in, because they do everything by electronic appointment stuff now. So anyway, long story short, I have to go pick up a letter, but I didn't have a photo ID because my wallet was stolen. So I went, you know what? I got one of my old briefcases. I'll get out my old passport. At least it's a photo ID. So I pull out my passport, and just so you guys can see the passport, this is so old. Okay, again, without giving away all my personal information, but that's how old that's like 20 years old probably. So it's an old passport. So the point is, this thing's been sitting around in a briefcase, an older briefcase, for a couple decades. But I have to find some kind of an ID to go pick up this letter, and so I pull it out, and this piece of paper falls out of it, and I'm not going to, sorry about the camera work, I'm not going to show everybody all the information on the paper, but what it is, it's a plat to the property that I'm standing on. It says New City Heights Gardens, New City Heights Gardens, and I happen to be working on a garden. I saw the New City, the New Jerusalem, which is what I've been telling you guys for a long time. I saw the New City, the New Jerusalem, coming down from heaven, adorned like a bride. And here I am doing this whole wedding arch thing that the Lord told me you have to do. I'm holding a passport I haven't held probably in 20 years. And out of it falls the property. Well, I'd have to hold it probably once within those 20 years, because the deed to this property, it's not the deed, it's a plat. The legal description of this property got stuffed in this passport at some point, but this passport 20 years out of date. So somehow this plat got stuffed in there. It says New City Heights Gardens. And then, just like Grand Junction, when I went to Grand Junction and we had to get together when I had the 2 shipping containers there, he said the address is super important. And inside one of the containers was a table that was stainless steel. He told me to make it. It has the Lord's Prayer all the way around it. And the way it lights up, it just coincidentally, it turns to a rainbow coming through the thing. It's like the Lord's Prayer coming through it in the form of rainbow light. Well, those containers ended up at the corner of Rainbow and Casimir. And the address was 154 Rainbow Avenue. It was a corner lot. So it was on the corner of Rainbow and Casimir. And then I heard, look up 1, the meaning of 1. 1 is the only unique number. Every other number comes from the number 1, but it is the only number that stands alone. It is the only unique number, the number 1. And I'm like, okay. And then I was told to look up 54. So I didn't know how to look up 54. So I'm like, how do you look up 54? How's that work? So then I was told, go type it in and just type it into Google, Bible meaning 54, and it brought up Isaiah 54. And I heard read it, and as I read it, it said, basically, as it was with as I made a covenant with my servant Noah, and the covenant was a rainbow, and the get together is on the corner of Rainbow and Casimir. And then it says in Isaiah 54, as it was with my servant Noah, as I made a covenant with Noah, which is a rainbow, so shall it be with thee, a covenant of everlasting peace. And that's the word Casimir, the corner street, Rainbow and Casimir. Do you know how insane that is? Okay, now, the same thing is happening right now with this plat. The Lord told me, I will tell you how to look at the numbers. And when the numbers that are on the front of this thing, and for the most part, without me butchering it, because there's screenshots in the folder, the numbers are Alpha, the beginning. My Father has gathered to take up. Alpha, the beginning. My Father has gathered to take up. Anna. It's all documented. I wouldn't have seen this piece of paper unless I had to pick up my passport. I wouldn't have needed to find an ID as someone hadn't stolen my wallet. It's beyond the human brain, all the things that have happened over here in order to convey the most mind-destroying message ever. Looks like it's time to rock and roll here pretty quick. Anyway, it's ready. All glory to God. All glory to God. There's one more thing he told me we have to do. You and Corey and Zach have to put on the t-shirts I gave you. We ended up with 3 t-shirts as part of an answered prayer. I mean, literally, I'm going to answer your prayer by giving you a t-shirt. And Corey and Zach and I all have one, which was next to impossible. It looked like I can't do a 10-minute testimony, so I'm not going to do it. We ended up with the same t-shirt, all 3 of us. And the Lord told me, stand in front of the door with the doves. Document you guys in your t-shirts and let it fly. And then put the video up. So that's what we're doing. So get ready for a mind-destroying video. You might need some tissues, you might need a Valium, you might need something to calm you down, you might need a pillow to put your head on. If you're prone to headaches, you might get a headache because it'll overload your brain. If your jaw tends to flop open, you might get a spatula. You just might have, take some preemptive measures before you watch it. It's going to blow your mind.
6.5 hours later.
I want to document this, so I came over here after killing a bunch of flies with Zach. We had a little fly killing contest. And I came over here to water, and I heard the Lord say, it was 5:08. At 5:08, spray the fountain. So watch this. I'm spraying the fountain. Check it out. I'm spraying the fountain. He says, go to the head symbol. Go to the head symbol. From the fountain, I heard spray the fountain and then go to the head symbol. Look. 508. And then look up 508. It means the God of doing. It's insane. Look at that. Straight to the head symbol. 508. Spray the fountain at 508. That's nuts. Straight to it. Our God is the fountain of life. The light. That's insane. So there's literally directly the head symbol. That is like literally directly the head symbol. See it? 508. See, it's like hitting the head symbol. Go to the fountain. That's wild. A fountain of life. So crazy. Oh. So the time of this video, let me back up. So when I killed all these flies with Zach, we had a little fly killing contest. For some reason, all the new soil brought all these flies over. So we're walking down this little path killing flies with our fly swatters, kind of having a good time, really. And then Zach said he's got to take off. I'm like, okay, I'll see you. And so I come over to water the plants, and I heard in my spirit, document the time watering your plants. And so I'm like, oh, and I didn't have my phone. So I ran inside to get my phone, which only took me maybe about 30 seconds. I just had to run in the door. But I figured it was 5:08. And I heard, like, document the time. And so I went to 5:08. And it says God is doing, but 5:09, which is exactly what time it was when I picked up this thing to water. And I heard go from the fountain to the head symbol, and the rainbow goes from the fountain to the head symbol. So anyway, it was really probably 5:09. You know what 5:09 means? To renew from above. And you got this rainbow going from there to the center to renew from above. And we just put all this in. You don't find that insane? To hear what time? Like, do it now. That's crazy. Rainbow.